Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. I am the host, T Money, and today I'm going to be doing my recap on the Bears versus the Steelers. So the Bears beat the Steelers 28-31. So let's get straight to it. First quarter, the Bears come out on a 3rd and 6, an incomplete pass to Colston Loveland. So the Bears go 3 and out on their first drive, and the Steelers come out. Mason Rudolph ended up throwing an interception to Nashawn Wright. So the Bears come out. Caleb ended up rushing for 9 yards on a 2nd and 10. Then DeAndre Swift ended up rushing for 3 yards for a first down. A 1st and 10 out of the shotgun, a post route. Luther Burden gets the reception for 17 yards to get us a first down on the 2nd and 9. A pass interference, automatic first down. And then on the 1st and goal line, a touchdown to DJ Moore on the whip route. So after the interception, the Bears had 8 plays for 56 yards. 7-0, Bears up. Steelers come out on the 3rd and 3. DJ Metcalf ended up getting a first down on a screen handoff. And on the 3rd and 2, Gainwell ended up picking up 13 yards for a first down for the Steelers. And on the 1st and goal, a motion screen play to DK Metcalf ended up rushing for a touchdown. So at the end of that first quarter, the score ended up being 7-7, man. Then coming out in the second, Bears on the 2nd and 20, Watt sacks Caleb, ended up losing the ball, ended up being a fumble recovered for a Steelers touchdown. After the recovered fumble in the end zone, the score ended up being 14-7. So the Bears come out on the 2nd and 10, ended up getting a first down to Colston Loveland, 17 yards on the out route. On the 2nd and 2, Swift ended up running into the pile and fumbling the ball, recovered by the Steelers. Then on the 3rd and 6, a handoff to Gainwell for a 4th and 1. Steelers ended up getting stopped short. Steelers go 3 and out. So the Bears come out on the 3rd and 10, a 9-yard reception for Colston Loveland. And the Bears ended up getting a first down on the 2nd and 7, a 15-yard rushing play for Luther Burden, a reverse back play. And on the 2nd and 15, a 24-yard reception for Rome Odunze gets us the first down. On the 3rd and 5, Loveland ended up getting a touchdown. So the Bears come right back and score. Then the Steelers come out on the 2nd and 1. Jaylen Warren rushed for 6 yards, ended up getting the Steelers the first down. Gainwell on the 4th down, they ended up faking a punt. Gainwell ended up rushing for 56 yards, got them all the way for the 1st and goal. He was short of the touchdown because his arm was down right before the touchdown line. And then on the 1st and goal, a pitch to Jaylen Warren ended up getting a touchdown. So the Steelers ended up going up 21-14. Then the Bears come out, ended up kicking a 47-yard field goal. And at halftime, the score ended up being 21-17. So at the half, Caleb Williams was 10 for 21, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mason Rudolph ended up being 10 for 11, 86 yards, 1 interception. So coming out into that third quarter, Jaylen Warren ended up rushing for 6 yards on the first play. On the 1st and 10, Mason Rudolph ended up getting sacked by Montez Sweat, and the Steelers ended up going 3 and out. So the Bears come out with the offense on the first down, 17-yard reception to Rome Odunze. And on the 3rd and 6, DJ Moore ended up getting a touchdown early in that third quarter. Then the Steelers come out and go 3 and out on their possession after the DJ Moore touchdown. Then the Bears come out on the 3 and 10, a completion to DJ Moore, but ended up being short on the 4th and 1, and the Bears go 3 and out on their possession. Then on the 2nd and 12, Montez Sweat ended up getting another sack on Mason Rudolph, and Rudolph ended up fumbling the ball, and the Bears recovered the fumble. So on the Bears' 1st and 10, DJ Moore gets another reception for a first down, and on the 3rd and 2, ended up being a handoff to Cal Monungai for a first down. On the 2nd and 6, Cal Monungai ended up getting us to the 1st and goal line, and that closed the third quarter with the score being 24-21. So coming out in that fourth quarter, in the 3rd and goal, Cal Monungai ended up getting a rushing touchdown, and the Bears, after the recovered fumble, had 9 plays for 54 yards, and the score ended up being 21-31. So the Steelers come out on the 3rd and 5, ended up being a completion to Austin for 19 yards for a first down. And on the 3rd and 7, ended up being a penalty, a pass interference on Nashawn Wright on DK Metcalf, automatic first down for the Steelers. On the 3rd and 1, Steelers ended up running a quarterback sneak for Mason Rudolph, got them to the 1st and goal line. Ended up being a holding on DK Metcalf, a 10-yard penalty, and ended up pushing the Steelers to a 3rd and goal. They ended up having a reception touchdown. Freiermuth ended up getting a touchdown for the Steelers, and the score ended up being 28-31. So you kind of want to see the Bears get a stop on the defensive end so they don't just come marching up the field and just score. The Bears come out on a 3rd and 8, ended up being a delay of game because Caleb was trying to read the defense, didn't really realize that he was running out of time, ended up being a delay of game. Pushed them to a 3rd and 13. Ended up being a completion to Colston Loveland for 11 yards, but the Bears only ran 24 seconds off the clock and ended up going on 3 and out in the 4th quarter. So the Steelers come out on a 2nd and 1. A pitch to Jalen Warren ended up being short of a first down. On 3rd and 9, incomplete pass, and the Steelers go 3 and out. Then the Bears on a 3rd and 7, incomplete pass. They go 3 and out, and the Bears really got lucky on this play. And the Bears forced them to a 4th and 6, and the Steelers ended up having an incomplete pass, as that ended up being the last play of the game on a 4th and 6 incomplete pass from Mason Rudolph. And the Bears walk away with another close victory, 28-31. Now, at the end of the game, Mason Rudolph was 24 for 31, 171 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Caleb Williams was 19 for 35, 239 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So the Bears moved to 8-3, number 1 in the NFC North, as the next opponent they have will be a test to defending champion Eagles next week. So thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I will see y'all next time.